Yes, we meet again. I wish we could have met in person, but मैं क्या करूँ, मैं यहाँ हूँ नहीं. But I couldn't miss the opportunity to meet my two favorite Gupta ladies. So what is a day like in the Gupta universe?
Lots of conversations about food. Lunch में क्या बना रहे हो, dinner में क्या बना रहे हो, snacks में क्या बना रहे हो. Then there is lots of conversation about lots of screenshots are being shared back and forth about what to wear.
Oh.
What to buy.
Online.
Really, Minnesota. Is it like calm waters or is it like fireworks when the two of you get together? Because, I was watching the show and if I had just put it on mute, it could have been me and my mom. Literally.
It's actually calm. It's calmer than it is on the show. That's for sure. On a daily basis because we don't live together, you see. So I think in that sense, it's like we get enough time that, away from each other. But yeah, it's calmer than it is on the show for sure.
Ma'am, आप क्या कहना चाहते हो?
मैं ये कहूँगी कि people are very, although now she does her own thing, I do my own thing. Fine. We have different habits. So it is nice that we don't live together in a way. It's always good. But people are very surprised. Some of my friends, they say, अच्छा, रोज बात करते हो? मैंने कहा हाँ, रोज सुबह good morning तो होती है और दिन में भी कई बार एक दो बार बात होती है अगर जरूरत पड़े तो. People are very surprised कि हम रोज बात करते हैं. And I find it so natural that we talk in the morning. What's your plan for the day? Exercise, are you in your yoga or are you in your gym or something? But we have a connection.
जी.
जो मैंने देखा कई लोग बड़े हैरान होते हैं कि हैं अरे 3 बार भी बात, मैंने कहा हाँ कई बार भी बात करते हैं.
No,
so that way we are connected that way, which is nice.
Which is really lovely. And there are many times, Masaba, do you also get irritated? I think daughters do when moms keep sending constant WhatsApps and there is never one message together. There's like a series of messages. एक paragraph में नहीं आता है ऐसे.
I get irritated with voice notes. Now she's just discovered voice notes, so she keeps sending me voice notes. And sometimes I'm like, okay, at least a message I can read quickly, right? Sometimes like, acha, and I'm like, okay, in the middle of a meeting, and I'm like, get to the point, Yeah, voice notes are far more irritating. Otherwise, she sends one chunk of a message always.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm very lazy to type, so I find voice messages very nice that way. And I'm still very scared of Masaba. Okay, like one day I posted something, and I would actually see हमारा एक connection.
He knows.
So I did something. I did a video, but I didn't post it because I was not sure. I didn't like it much. फिर थोड़े दिन के बाद मैंने कहा चल यार कर दो post क्या फर्क पड़ता है. And I posted, and I got a message from Masaba, Mom, please delete. So I deleted because in my mind also I was not so happy about it. So we have the same this thing. Yeah.
And talking about being happy, the show is done so well, the first season. Now we are on to the second season. I'm expecting a third one too. Ma'am, aap sach mein bata, because I've been complimenting Masaba lately because she's got an inborn acting gene in her. You said you were pleasantly surprised to see her on screens. So now, have you gotten used to the fact that actually you have a born actor with you?
क्या करें, agree करना ही पड़ेगा. I have no other choice. Because I am her biggest critic. I'm always criticizing her for something. ये बाल ऐसे क्यों किए और लिपस्टिक क्यों लगाई? I'm always doing that, like a mother. But here I couldn't say anything. I really liked her work.
And Masaba, while watching this show, having been in the industry, I'm on the other side. One thing is show me, you wonder what is fiction, what is reality, because it's so seamlessly merged.
Yes.
So when it came to you and the second season, were there parts where you could relate to it? And जब script आई है ना, usually ऐसे ऐसे नहीं होता है, ऐसे होता है. What was that process like?
So, the way we work is that Sonam, the director, me and Ashwini, the producer, we just kind of get together and say, okay, what is going to be the underlying message or the underlying tone of this season, So usually it's associated with a word, and then we build on from there and build the characters from there. So I think when season 1 was about being a hot mess, and season 2 was about taking charge. So if you see every character in some way or the other, Ritasha is getting help for her mental situation. You have Mehek, the girl who's slightly oversized and she's finally getting over her fears of wearing certain clothes. You have Neil, whose character suddenly has become a romantic, so everybody's making an effort to be a better version of themselves. And typically what we do is me and Mom will lay out, say, 10 instances that we think are interesting or have a good message that society can learn from. And then we build on there. So it's always reality first, and then fictional instances follow that later. But yeah, there are many moments where, I tell the team that, listen, we can't talk about this, or we shouldn't talk about this. So we should save this up for another time. Because I feel like we don't want to offend people.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to, or you feel like it won't be impactful enough. So yeah, there are moments, but I think when we go on the floors and shoot, it's a very seamless experience. It's like shooting a film. It's literally like shooting any other film or web series where there are no differences on that day except for some dialogue changes. We know exactly what we're doing.
And two things that struck me about both of you in this show is Masaba and Neena ji. First is yours, Masaba, where you say, I can't be competing with toddlers. That need to stay relevant because nowadays experience ka kuch nahi hai. We've discussed this. Number, the pranks you do on social media, that like spoke to me. I mean, did that also like speak to you at any level, any experience that you remembered? Because every day I face some toddler that I end up competing with and saying like, hello, you've been here long enough.
Yeah, the world has changed, Pooja, and I mean, I see it in the way when I'm hiring people for my own business, right? I deal with a lot of young kids, and the thing is that they are all also in some areas, they're much better than me. They're much sharper, they're much brighter, and they're all in their early 20s, and they just get it, So yeah, there are many experiences where I've had to just be like, and honestly, I do take offense to it because like there have been moments where, I have been the toddler actually. And I have been put against these heavyweights. And I said, but aren't they pissed off right now, Because they must be like, हमने 25 साल काम किया, तुम 10 साल में काम करके आ गए हो on the same platform and talking about the same problems.
Absolutely.
So I think I haven't had an experience with the toddler yet, but I have been the toddler. So, which is why I thought it'll be such an interesting thing because their reaction is that only they're like, you're very good, very nice work. But actually they want to kill you.
Absolutely. I get that. And Neena ji, aapka isme like reviving a show. And again, we had discussed this in the past saying like, co-star wo to aapse 2 saal chota hai, wo aapke sath act nahi kar sakta. Are you still facing this issue? I don't think so.
What are you saying? I can't. There are 2-3 projects which I am doing. So I asked one of the director, I said, who's opposite me? He says, ma'am, can you suggest somebody? I said, this is the most difficult thing. Because I said, मेरे साथ कोई मिलता ही नहीं है. मैं तो हाथ जोड़ के राम कपूर को प्रणाम करती उसके पैर छूलूंगी कि you are younger than me and you accepted to work with me. कोई नहीं करने को ready है. मिलता ही नहीं मेरे opposite कोई. Because most of them want to work with younger actresses. Although I might look younger than them. But हमारा वो है ना उम्र का नंबर लगा रहता है साथ में. So I have a major problem because they can't find anything opposite me.
It's so sad, no, ma'am, because when you speak about it, ageism and sexism, Masaba and my generation would think maybe it would have improved by now. It hasn't.
Our society has not changed. हम और आप माइनॉरिटी हैं, अभी भी सब कुछ वैसा ही है। हमारी सोसाइटी पुरुष प्रधान है और कई सालों तक रहेगी। उसमें हम थोड़ा जो कर सकते हैं कर रहे हैं, लाइक थ्रू दिस सीरीज वी आर डूइंग, आई एम डूइंग सम अदर वर्क, आई एम डूइंग to make a little drop of change, but it is not going to change so fast.
Masaba, what do you have to say in that industry too? Because I mean, in the show also, you have drawn up upon from your own life's experiences, whether you're encouraging that girl to wear that dress, irrespective of looking a certain way, where you've spoken about your own relationships. I mean, as ma'am said, you actually think nothing has changed. Ma'am, आप कह रहे हो पुरुष प्रधान, आज एक पुरुष ने अपने कपड़े निकाल दिए, उसको भी लेके हो रहा है. We earlier thought that, you know, women were seen as, objects of titillation and all. But the cancel culture society that we live in.
You know, I have to say that you have to decide which battles to pick, you know, Pooja. Yeah. I think in this environment today, especially because I don't think, like, for example, there are many issues I never talk about on my social media or whatever it might be, because I genuinely feel like मैं कहाँ 1.6 million followers में बैठ के कौन interested है? If they get to see one post about my acne, they're more than happy, you know? They're very happy. So I just feel like people who have a following that reaches the masses, people who have a following that is more widespread than just one certain segment of society, I feel like they can really be change makers. But I anyway think that to bring any change in society, it takes a decade or more. You know, we are just conversation starters. And even the show is a conversation starter. It's at least, okay, you get people talking about what must it be like to be a certain size and just be so confident that you can wear what you want to wear. Or what is it like to be a woman in her mid-30s, not finding a man and deciding to freeze her eggs and still not being apologetic to society about it. You know, so I think that everything that we do is a conversation starter. And I think as me being a public person, mom being a public person, I think the least we can do is be conversation starters.
Absolutely.
And also I want to add that a very important thing in today's life, which is very complicated, especially for the youngsters, too much competition and too many things happening. Hope dilani bahut zaruri hai.
Yeah,
I agree.
We have to give them hope. If I am working at 60 and I am trying to look good and wear nice clothes, it gives hope to people कि हम भी कर सकते हैं. I think उतना ही काफी है to start with. Like Masaba saying, वो conversation start हो रही है. तो hope बहुत जरूरी है. Hope नहीं होगी तो सब बैठ जाएगा, कुछ नहीं चलेगा.
Ma'am, unfortunately, हमारी society judge ज़्यादा करती है than giving hope. We judge everyone for everything they do and they don't. So, well, I hope that's a conversation starter. Now, coming on to some mother-daughter bonding, Masaba says, na, मैंने Google किया था. So, tell me, what is the one thing that you both have Googled about each other?
नहीं, ये तो question का आपको जवाब ही नहीं मिलेगा because we have been so open to each other. We know everything about each other. Na, Masaba?
I've Googled her.
Really?
I've never, now that you asked me.
I don't think I've also done,
I think I just ask her, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, आप show में कहते हैं ना mansplaining कर रहा है, which is that one thing that men do that gives you the eye roll still, that you're like, अभी तक.
Everything. Everything. अभी तक हे भगवान. मतलब एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग एक लाइन होती है. अरे तुम्हारे पास तो इतने बैग पहले ही है ना.
Like you think we don't know that?
अरे ऐसे इयरिंग्स तुमने पहले नहीं खरीदे थे. मतलब कि now I don't get idea laugh because it never ends only.
Absolutely.
पहले I used to say bad things, nasty things to them. कि अच्छा तुम्हारे पास भी तो इतना ना भी मैं हंसती हूँ क्योंकि okay fine. It's like that.
Wow. Masaba, what about you mansplaining that you're like, oh my God?
Like, don't pick up something heavy. Dude, I lift like 50 kgs in the gym, okay? Like, you know, when they come and tell you that, oh, ye mat, you don't know how to pick it up. I do know how to pick it up. You know, that's one. And the second is when I'm driving. Oh God. Okay, matlab, no. It's not. You know, what are you doing? Just don't go. You're not doing the right thing. Something like that. Always driving and picking up heavy objects.
How long have the two of you gone without speaking to each other after an argument or disagreement?
One night, max.
Oh. Wow. What is the one thing that you love to agree on and disagree on?
Major issues where I disagree about her using chemicals on her body and face and not using the natural stuff. Then taking so much stress. She said, no. That is my very major problem, which I get very worried because she takes too much stress upon her about everything. So there are many little things like that. But I feel she will get over it slowly because she'll realize herself that it is not good for her mental and physical self. So I'm not so worried about it.
And I think we agree on the fact that shopping is therapy.
Yeah, Masaba, there's anything that, you know, moms do certain things. There's a mom thing that they do, and every daughter will go, Mom, you really did that. Have you ever had that moment with her? Mom, you really did that.
I think she just forgets all my friends. Like, I was telling someone that day, I said, Arey, this boy, Ravi, I just told you day before yesterday. I said, the architect, he's a friend of mine, he's a very close friend of mine. Acha, I didn't know, na? I didn't know. Arey, but I told you 8 times over the last 3 months. She forgets all my friends. I was so worried that I have these really 3 close friends from college and she always mixes their names up. Calls all of them other names. So yeah, that's a constant with her.
Moms do that too. So I'm looking forward to the, so can we expect a season 3? And is it already in the works?
So आप अपने प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू नेटफ्लिक्स को कहिएगा कि आप चाहते हैं सीजन 3 की नहीं.
Wow.
फिर वहां से शुरुआत होगी.
Wow. And hopefully in the future, do we see the two of you collaborating a lot more apart from Masaba Masaba?
Yeah, why not? Maybe we'll produce something together. Who knows? You never know.
Awesome. In one word, just Jate, describe your relationship, both of you, in one word.
Honest.
Honest.
Well, we love the fabulous Gupta ladies. Thank you so much. Just be the way you are, yaar. I mean, it's just so lovely to speak to you because you're as normal as you get. Because वो देखते हैं ना कि ये हमारे घर में होता है. आपने देखा वो माँ बेटी वो देखो कितना friendly, and I would always tell my mom that means there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think, you know, don't you agree with that?
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think every mother-daughter should watch it because this is how the bond is, you know. Like as normal, as abnormally dysfunctional as we can.
हमारा relationship इस series में देख के अपने को कोई शर्मिंदा नहीं होगा अपने ऊपर.
I agree.
यार हम ऐसा करते हैं क्योंकि हम सब एक से ही हैं. हम सब वैसे ही behave करते हैं हर situation में. थोड़ा 19-20 बस.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, both of you. All the very best. Looking forward to a season 3 as well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hopefully, ma'am, तब तक co-star भी मिल जाएगा एक young. Give Masaba competition.